Hey, Dr. Dante here, coming to you from the Gulf of Mexico, out on the Point Sur, the research vessel. We are here working with the Deep End Restore project, and every now and again things come up in the net that are very cool, and I like to share them with you. Yesterday we had some folks bring a mahi-mahi in by hook and line. And when we went through the stomach of the mahi-mahi, there was a partially digested large flying fish. Inside of that flying fish was something known as a tongue-eating isopod. That is right, a tongue-eating isopod, but the name is a little deceptive. They don't all eat tongues. So it turns out that once these isopods get into the mouth of a fish, how they get there is maybe a little bit debatable, but once they do, they latch onto the tongue of the fish with special grasping legs that they have, and they cut off circulation to the tongue, and the tongue atrophies and falls off, except for a stump of the tongue down in the bottom of the mouth. Now, the rear grasping legs of this isopod continue to hold on to that tongue stump. That's right, tongue stump. Pretty cool vocabulary there. And the isopod itself lives in the space where the fish's tongue used to be. Now, here's one crazy thing about these isopods. They all start life as males. But if one gets into a fish mouth and manages to secure itself and get rid of the fish's tongue, it changes sex into a female. Now that female happily lives her life in the fish's mouth, takes little bits of food from within the mouth, and that's how they make a living food-wise. But any other visiting males to the fish's mouth will then mate with the resident female. Now, the female goes ahead and she has her eggs, and they develop inside of a special brood pouch on her underside known as a marsupium. There's another great vocabulary word for you, marsupium. So these eggs develop into little miniatures inside the marsupium, and ultimately the marsupium can be opened up so that the babies move on and start the cycle again. So this tongue-eating isopod is more like a tongue-constricting isopod, and then blood circulation stops in the tongue, and the tongue atrophies and falls off. We got one. I wanted to share it with you so that you could see how cool these things are. This, you can see the head of the isopod here with its modified front legs, and then the rear end of the isopod. And then if I turn it over, you can see all those grasping legs that they use to hold on to back here, the tongue stump, and up here, the tongue itself. Now, right in the center, if you look right in there, it kind of looks like a little bit off yellow. That is the marsupium, and in fact, this was a female loaded with eggs, or developing juveniles. So that is your tongue-eating isopod and the species of the day. Please don't forget to visit San Antonio Zoo's Deep Sea Adventures, where I have a lot of my images on display, and even some video clips that cover things like the first documented sighting of a giant squid in U.S. waters. And I will continue to report back from the Gulf of Mexico and share incredible deep sea biodiversity that we get to see every day with you. Have a great day.